lace up the shoes, chase W's, yeah. The beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, how about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, skirt the lot. Go ahead, jump it, how about it? Rep for your bro. Sweet, this sugar, one man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the flight of field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, instead of get rich or dead. Trying, this ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or up bed. Do what you can to do, make your next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal.
Well, the hope, Coach, was that these Florida showers would have passed through by now, but it looks like we're in for a wet one tonight at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This will be fielded at the 6. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Set up, 60 outlaw. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
On 1st and 10, Eason. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Off play action. Eason. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man. Complete. A big play there for the Niners. 49 yards.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Back to throw. Eason. And he'll find Hall. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
San Francisco.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. First and 10 right at the 20. Looking to throw. Eason. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Hey, Orville.
Back to throw. Eason. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down.
We got four. You draw Corcoran. Hey, Haywood.
From the gun, Eason. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. They run for it with Breida. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Matt Breida, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now. 59, Mike. Keep the Pittsburgh. 59, Mike is 59. And watch your leg.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
On second down, it's Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw. Daniels is going to go for a big play downfield. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Operating from the gun, Daniels. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at... At the midfield stripe.
That's what I'm talking about. Sacks all day, baby. Go ahead and take a seat. You can't stop me.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw. Daniels. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Throwing on third and long. Daniels. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be fourth and long. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Taken in at the 22. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. First and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
Alpha.
Second and 5. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They come up now, third and 5, following the incomplete pass. Looking to throw. Eason. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there for the Niners. 51 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone. Gonna give this time to the tailback. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
X3, 218, chop. Hey, 2.
Second and 10. Going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their third one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They're going to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
On fourth down, Kyle Shanahan will send out the field goal unit. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit and forced the field goal.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
I don't think you got it, son.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Buccaneers, nothing.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
I got you.
This is Jones. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
Let's go now.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 18-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
59.
Throwing on 1st down. Daniels. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Mike's 59. Watch the pass. Check 59.
On 1st down, Daniels. Godwin's got it. Touchdown Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, Eason. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. He'll return it from the 6. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Back at the 13-yard line.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
56, right there, 56. Defense, keep it up, guys. 56.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Daniels. And an alley to run. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Now the try here for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Niners 17. Buccaneers 7.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Daniels, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Bucs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 17. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2.
Here we go.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive run.
Oh, now Breida loses it. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. He sets up the screen to Jones. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Here's 2nd and 8. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, but now it's 3rd and goal. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing 3rd down. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
He was covered by Jamal Adams.
So on 4th down, on comes the Buccaneer kicker, Matt Gay. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Gay knocks this one through. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, Charlie!
A final shot before break. Eason taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
On 3rd down, Daniels going for the deep ball. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 53 yards.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Get that ball. Check.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. from the gun. Daniels. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
Gay's kick is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Let's go. At their own 27-yard line.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. On 1st and 10, Eason. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. That goes for a gain of 31. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big game.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was looking for Matt Breida out of the backfield, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Eason into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. It's a foot race. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that gives him a 3-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. Now a hit and a loose football.
When you kick off and you go downfield and get the ball back, that's what I call a great opportunity.
In a one-score game, I always circle, and you know this, but in my play-by-play sheet, I circle big plays. It could be turning points. This could be a turning point.
Did you put a second circle around this one? This is pretty big.
I put a star. Throwing after the interception. Eason. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. It was the linebacker, Devin White, there to knock it away.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's Breida. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Again, it's Jones. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's first and 10. They'll run it with Jones. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Off the play fake. Daniels looking downfield for Godwin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Daniels. And he comes back with one complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. Everyone thought they were doing something.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Partner, I know it's hard to believe, but sometimes guys who are built with the dimension of linebackers can actually get lost from sight by the quarterback.
Well, they're usually not the tallest guys.
So, yeah, that allows them sometimes to kind of hide down in there, kind of get a little bit lower, and maybe he just never saw him. But, boy, he sure wishes he had. He picked it off and ran it all the way back for a touchdown.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
Looking to throw on second down. Daniels. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Let's go.
At their own 39-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
13 yards there and a Niner first.
First down, 49ers.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Off play action. Eason. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Let's go.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Here we go, D. 45 for Mike.
From the gun, Eason. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Shakes off the sag, but now he's swallowed up and taken down.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Eason. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Daniels. Flushed out right. He'll run it. And he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Back to throw. Daniels. And he finds Howard complete. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry.
2nd and 6. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Looking to throw. Daniels. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, let's get that ball, dude. Let's get that ball right here.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Right there. All day, baby.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Watch twist. Watch the twist.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
On 4th down, Daniels. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Throwing on first down. Eason, he'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They come up in an offset eye. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end.
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points. So they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A big play there. 82 yards. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. That they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. And the 49er hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And a touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, 43 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack.
Brings up 2nd down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Back to throw. Daniels. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Daniels. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
To throw on third down, Daniels. He's going to let it fly. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Yeah, go to base. Mike's 56. Yep.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball.
56. Mike, 56, right there.
Back to throw. Daniels to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. But it'll be second and goal. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for him because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
Looking to throw. Daniels. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Well, both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
I got it. Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Hey,
here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 19-yard line.
Ready, ready. 18 Gator.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Get it.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Let's go now. 70, Indy.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for San Francisco, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they dropped just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.